Hey guys! Today I'm going to show you a Bone Summoner build that I'm using with very much success. So I'm really killing stuff around so easily with it. I finally swapped from my usual Blood Surge because I couldn't get the unique amulet. I don't know if it's due to a bug or not, but I couldn't get it. So there's an amulet that actually makes all of your minions do Blood Surge when you do Blood Surge. I don't know how I didn't get it yet. I got like 10 of these helms. Bone Spear leaves behind echoes, etc. and other uniques. So lots of other uniques. Like this one, which is quite awesome. I will show you. So let's start right now with the items. So basically this build focuses on you having as many minions as you'd like. As you see, I have five mages, and I will tell you exactly why. You could also like have 6 skeletons if you wanted, but I prefer to swap that for this and this, so like to gain some extra armor to be more resilient, and to also increase my critical chance and critical damage after I cast corpse tendrils, because I found these ancestral gloves which like give the maximum. So that's very nice. So basically the item build is like this. You need Deathless Visage for the Bone Spear, which will enhance your damage a bit, and also will enhance your physical damage and your critical strike damage. So you want to get as much critical strike damage as you can in this build. I have this, but I think I will change it soon. So it makes my 5 mages use Blizzard, which chills enemies and stuff like that, deals some damage. But I will probably switch this with something else. I still don't have the perfect set, but I have the main items around it. So these legendary groves, which after you cast corpse tendrils, so corpse tendrils will like pull every enemies together, and then you can like two shot them or one shot them, because you will deal 60% bonus critical strike damage. So this build, you want to have as much critical strike damage as you possibly can. So this helps a lot actually, and it also gives me extra critical strike chance and extra lucky hit chance. So you also want to have lucky hit chance on any item you want, even if you have the basic lucky hit chance on Bone Spear is like huge, which is nice because lucky hit will trigger this ring, which after, as you have 7 or more minions, and I have 7 or more minions when they are all alive, you will deal huge damage. So your minions will basically one-shot anything. You will see, I will show you a bit later how I melt bosses and how I melt mobs, and how my minions also melt mobs using this ring. So you want to, if you find this ring, you want to use it as as the biggest level you have. I have level 73 right now. So you have that, you have lucky hit, up to 10% chance to generate essence. What this means is like I basically won't ever run out of essence. Well, not ever, but while fighting I will never run out of essence with Bone Spear, because it has 60% lucky hit chance or more with the enhancements. The amulet, I just chose to go for the Bone Storm, so it makes my Bone Storm last like double. So it usually lasts 10 seconds, but because of this amulet it lasts 20 seconds if I have buddies around me, which is quite nice because I get this boost like damage reduction 50%, critical strike plus 20%. So very nice. On the pants I opted for the armor, so extra armor and blood mists, because I'm never removing this. It's absolutely critical for the necromancers. For the boots, increase the maximum number of skeleton mages by 2. And why I use this is because they also generate essence for me. I will show you a bit in the Book of the Dead in a bit. Here you want to get a two-handed scythe or anything that increases, so as firstly as big of a damage as possible. get as big of a damage as possible on it. Then you want to focus on damage to distant enemies, critical strike damage, and even vulnerable damage, because mobs are made vulnerable by corpse thunders. So it will deal huge damage, and it also bone shards from Bone Spear deal 225%, so it's the maximum. I found the maximum aspect, and I placed it here. And on the sockets, I just added critical strike damage to vulnerable enemies, increased by 10%, because once I cast corpse tendrils, everything dies. So literally everything dies, especially if this is also activated. So anyway, that's the whole build basically. So I will just hover quickly on the items to see them again. So Deadless Visage, this one, change it with something else you want. Again, it's temporary. I recommend you use this Corpse Tendril aspect. Armor to be more resilient because I'm paper. Increase your skeleton mages. Big damage, increase critical strike damage, increase damage to distant enemies, increase vulnerable damage, and anything that makes your damage better. Again, lucky chance, maximize it if you can, and of course critical chance also, maximize it. Also, these gloves give me like 5% chance to restore 20% of my primary resource on lucky hit, so it's quite awesome. Bone Storm, duration increase, another essence generating legendary, so I would want to always have max essence because of my passive. And Ring of Mendel, which is absolutely amazing for your minions. They become absolute monsters. So Book of the Dead, I just chose to have defenders that are more resilient, so I don't want them to die as fast, because I always want to have 7 or more minions, and this helps. You can also go for like this, so normal skeletons, critical charge or reapers, but you want to have both your minions. For the skeleton mages, I go cold and essence generation. I want them to also generate essence for me, so I want to always be at maximum essence. You can also try for something else if you want, like in PvP maybe some stun or bone for more damage, but I like these ones in PvE because they generate essence for me. Golem, of course, sacrificed because 30% increase to critical strike damage, which this build relies on. So sacrifice the iron golem here. Okay, now let's take a look at abilities first, right? For the abilities, I have bone splitters, just 1 point. I don't see the reason to add more. You can also go for rip if you want to get the extra damage reduction. Doesn't matter really, but I just went for bone splitters because they make mobs vulnerable, which again I get deal increased damage to vulnerable mobs. And it's also a bone skill, so it benefits from the passives. I chose to increase my essence here. You can also add more points if you want, but I chose to like make sure I always have bodies around, so you can remove this and add more points here. Let's leave it like that. Bone Spear maximized with the paranormal Bone Spear because it fires 2 additional bone shards upon being destroyed if you critical strike, and it also gives you 5% increased critical strike. You could also use this to make the first mob you hit vulnerable, but I think this is better, mainly because you have this item with the legendary. So Bone Spear, the Bone Spear shards deal increased damage, not the Bone Spear, so the shards. And using this, you have 2 more shards, so it's great. Just use it. So this hued flesh to generate some bodies. It's mainly for bosses, you can remove it if you don't appreciate my logic. Blood Mist, simple Blood Mist because I don't overpower that much. I don't care about fortification, I don't care about generating corpses. So basically I have no points here basically because I have from the pants. I have 4 ranks from the pants, so I really don't care about it. Anyway, moving on. So Skeleton Warrior Mastery, max it out because this is a Bone Minion build, so it's not only Bone, it's a Minion also. Death's Reach passive, maximize it, get it from the items if you can. Skeleton Mage Mastery, max it out, absolutely max it out, because you have 5 mages. Now, Corpse Tendrils, get from like I think the boots give you Corpse Tendrils, so if you get some increase, use it, if not, doesn't really matter. We use this for this aspect, that's why I use Corpse Tendrils. If you can get some extra points, fine, but doesn't make much of a difference because we don't care about the damage, we care about the stun, and we care about the pull and the critical strike increase. Use the plagued corpse tendrils because mobs will be made vulnerable for 3 seconds. So after you cast corpse tendrils, you will deal a lot of more damage to the mobs. Bone passive, maximize everything. So all bone passive maxed out. For the ultimate, of course, Bone Storm with all the passives. Be sure to maximize Death's defense. This is absolutely critical. So you can, so they won't die that fast. They need at least 4 hits to die. It's extremely important. You want to keep them alive as much as possible. You can also max this out, or you can leave it at 2 and use these points here, or max them out, however you like it. So Bone Storm, and of course the ossified essence, and that's why I want to always have maximum essence, because I deal 1% increased damage for each point of essence I have above 50. So each point of essence I have, and I have 151, so I deal 100% more damage just because of that passive, and I want to always deal 100% more damage. And these items that regenerate essence and this lucky hit that regenerates essence will make sure I always have a lot of, well, usually I have max essence or a lot of essence anyway. For the paragon board, so here is basic 20% damage. I also recommend you take both of these, armor and damage. I forgot to add a glyph here, so get a glyph that increases the rare nodes. I don't know if I have some around. This is already used. Anyway, this one. So increases the rare nodes within range, right? So it increases your damage and increases your armor. So get both of them. Then you want to choose the bone. Doesn't matter how you place it, just take all of the rare nodes here. And the legendary node, of course. So get all of the rare points and the stuff around it. So the magic nodes around it and the rare. Every last one of them. And use this glyph. So grants 75 bonus to all rare nodes. And you deal increased damage up to 12% for every close corpse. Right? And get this glyph, as it will increase, as you can see, for 50% bone skill damage, increased intelligence, increased resistances, because it increases these rare nodes. Again, every rare node and the rare node and anything around it. And then move to one exit, so gate here, and go to the minion. On the minions, you mostly want to focus on, so go with the glyph, so rotate it until you get the glyph for damage reduction and minion damage. So you really care about the damage reduction because Blizzard hates summons. Use this. Paragon nodes within range gain 64% bonus to their minion damage and damage reduction modifier. This is the socket I'm using. Also try to get 40 intelligence. As you see, I don't have it yet. I will get it after I get some more points. So I get this too, and I will get the bonus also. We want damage reduction, this damage, and then I just went and move on to the mages. So skeleton mages damage. Because I have 5 skeleton mages damage minions. Anyway, that's all. So I just got the skeleton mages, and I will probably go towards the cult leader now. So my minions will deal more damage, and then minion life. So yeah, surely I will go here as I level up. So puppeteer and just move forward. You want to maximize your resistance, so you want to make your minions as resistant as possible. So that's all for the build. Now let's see it in action. So let's go there. Oh, look at chest. Of course I will open it. Okay. No, I won't take the shrine because it will ruin my demonstration. Okay, let's look here. Let's kill them. Easy kills. Easy kills. Oh, I can't hit this way. Cast corpse tendrils. It will get minion mobs around. Kill them. But I didn't want to show it to you here. As you see, I'm not very resilient. I hate these mobs that... Oh, a ring. Your minions will still die a lot, sadly. But anyway, let's see what ring did I get. Army of the Dead. Interesting. Let's get to the ruins of Eridu. That was a bad demonstration because that guy has just made my Bone Spear useless with its aura. So let's demonstrate how to use it here. As you can see, minions die very fast. Now, cast Corpse Tendrils, wait for it, and then, as you can see, I couldn't even hit them because my minions just killed everyone. So look, my minions can do all the work after I get lucky hit chance. So after I hit with lucky hit, my minions kill everything. They just wipe everything out because of this ring. So 60% lucky hit, and it has 10% chance. If you don't know how lucky hit works, it's like it's 10% of 60% or something like that. I still don't understand it perfectly myself. I read some guide, but anyway, the clear speed, at least for minions my level, is like crazy fast. So cast corpse tendrils. You can also cast the bone armor. The greatest problem I have is that I'm not that resilient with this build. Well, now I'm immune. Just look at my essence. It's like if I hit mobs, it doesn't get back. It doesn't get down. And my mages also take care of. I don't even really use bone splitters. That's the funny thing. I think I will just get rid of it and do something else, like my golem. Or yeah, I think I'll no, not my golem because it gives me extra critical strike. These walls cancel your bone spear, which is annoying. So just look how my minions attacks explode people around. Well, some of them died. You need to always have you at least 7 minions for that ring to work. So be careful about that. Okay, a barrier has been dispelled. So at least at my level it's like too easy to kill everything. It's extremely easy. And yeah, bone splitters are useless here. I think I would like remove them. Because I always have essence with this build. But anyway, do your own thing. Everything gets almost one-shotted. Or one-shotted. Look at this. Can cast corpse tendrils, wait for them to get together and just kill everything all at once. Pains of Eridu. One shot, as you've seen. Easy peasy. Let's see where the other guy is. Oh, I don't want to do an event. It's too boring. So you melt everything on world tier 4 easily. Let's see if my minions are charged up. Yep, they are charged up. And they melted that guy. Travel to the lair of the riser. Instant dead, instant dead, instant dead. Minions get, it's like when minions get buffed, everything dies. So one shot from each of the minion and they die instantly. So this ring is like extremely overpowered. Anyway, look at how this guy will get melted. Look, melted, like 5 seconds. Easy, extremely easy. And I also tested this build and you can kill like level 90 and stuff like that. It is. Anyway, that's all for this build guide. I hope you guys liked it. I found a way to make my minions stay with me because, as I said, they are not very viable. So like without any item buffs like this unique, they are quite useless. But I found a way to keep them in the loop. Hope you guys like this guide and remember to subscribe. It may not mean much to you, but it means a lot to me if you guys subscribe. Anyway, that's all, and let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you have any like advice you want to give me about this build or any comments, I look forward to it, and see you around. Bye bye.